Aloha and good afternoon. Welcome to Dr. Matt's Facebook Live. And for those of you who are expecting Dr. Matt this week, I was just with him last night. We had our last day of our empowerment breakthrough training here up in Phoenix. And he said, please forgive me. He is traveling today. He is on his way home actually he was here for 3 whole weeks. And so he'll be back on next week. And I know that many of you are awaiting the 3rd part series of perception and projection and reality. And stay tuned. He'll be back next week. So you guys have me today. My name is Deanne. I'm one of the trainers and teachers at the Empowerment Inc. Aloha, John. Aloha, John from Seattle. Hope you guys are having wonderful weather over there because we're having wonderful weather over here in Phoenix. And I just wanted to share with you all something super simple that I learned this week. And it's interesting because before this Facebook Live this morning, I was thinking, what am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna share with you guys that's of value? And I had one thing that I had intended to talk about, and it was about the waking dream. And then in the back of my mind, I had a different topic, which was breath. And I did what's called pendulum. Pendulum is a technique that we teach in our school to help you align with your unconscious mind and get some answers, some clear answers. And after I did pendulum, it decided that we're going to talk about breath. And my conscious mind was like, wait, but I want to talk about the waking dream. And I did it several times and it said, we're talking about breath today. So your Facebook Live experience today was guided by divine intervention. And so let's jump in. Let's talk about the breath. And what's really important about the breath, the ancient Hawaiian culture believed that everything began with the breath, that the breath was your life force. The Hawaiian word for it is ha. And when you actually greet somebody, more as an ancient Hawaiian spiritual practice, you actually greet a person by touching forehead to forehead, and you put your arm around the person, and then you touch nose to nose, and together you take an inhale, and that means that you're exchanging your life force energy. In our trainings in Hawaii, our Huna trainings, one of our teachers, Kumuatua Lopez, he would, sometimes say such profound things. I would have to say many of the things that he says is profound. And one of my favorite ones that he says repeatedly is, before you speak, do you take a breath? Before you do anything, do you take a breath? And so breath is such an important part of our lives. And there was something interesting that I read last week. It was a book, it was from a book by a man named John Wineland. The stuff didn't come from me. I get inspirations from everywhere. And I'm reading John Wineland's book, and he talks about this breath exercise. And it's actually, he doesn't have instructions for it. It's just in one sentence in his book. And it said, most of the time in breath technique, we are directing the breath. So for example, in our trainings, we teach a ha breath. We teach you to inhale. We teach you to exhale with a ha breath. We teach you to do it with a 2-to-1 ratio with exhale to inhale. And then we also teach you to breathe with everybody else at the same time. So what we're doing is we're directing the breath. Many of you have probably had other breathing practices, other meditation practices, and I could probably say that there's an infinite number of ways to breathe. And in this one sentence in this book, John Wineland said, make it a practice to just be in the present moment and breathe the way your body wants to breathe. And I had to sit there for a moment and just kind of take that in because I'm a mom of a toddler. Most of my days is running around. And he said in that sentence, what I got from it was, okay, so I sit down and I relax and I tune in to my breath and I allow it to lead me instead. And so I kind of thought, oh, this is going to be fun because there's no instruction, there's nothing to do. I'm simply being with my breath and I'm breathing however my body wants to breathe, and I'm just going to go with it. So I've been trying that for the past week. I've been trying it at the end of the evening when my son goes to sleep. I've been trying it throughout the day when I feel disconnected with my body, when my mind feels like it's racing and it wants to go, 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 go. And I stop, and even just for a few moments, I tune into my body. And then I ask myself, okay, body, go ahead and lead. Go ahead and tell me how to breathe. And I just allow it to breathe with no expectation, no judgment of how long I'm inhaling, how long I'm exhaling. And I kind of thought about it earlier. I was like, well, we don't really teach this in NLP or HUNA. However, if you think about it, it's actually matching and mirroring your body. There's a lot of new information now on mind-body connection, on embodiment, on somatic therapy. In our school, we teach integration, we teach spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. And I believe that many of the ailments that we have in our modern world is our disconnection for our bodies. So when we stop and we say, okay, body, dear unconscious mind, just breathe and I will follow, we're technically matching and mirroring our unconscious, and therefore we're in NLP creating rapport. And what that really means is we're increasing our communication, because many of the techniques that we teach in our school is really about alignment, higher self, conscious mind, and unconscious mind alignment. And so that was just a really, really simple exercise that I found, and practice it, try it out. Just let your body lead and match and mirror the breath that it naturally wants to do. And so I hope you guys found that helpful. I hope you guys practice that. Maybe send me a message on Facebook and let me know how you're doing with that, because I'm definitely incorporating it into my daily practice. And I also just have a couple of announcements to make for you guys. We have 3 more trainings, prac trainings for the rest of the year. We have a training in Phoenix in the December 4 weekend. We also have a training in Orange County. And the 3rd training is at the same time, but it's a virtual training. So if you have any friends, if you have any family anywhere in the United States or even international that want to take our practitioner trainings, check out the dates at nlp.com. I hope you all have the most amazing, wonderful, and present week. And you guys will be back with Dr. Matt next week to finish up the series on projections. Aloha and ahuio. I hope you guys have all a wonderful day.